So this is Robert with the Saturday afternoon SCCA race at Willow. It's the last Saturday, of course. It's my first SCCA race with the Pro Formula Mazda car. Did pretty good in it. Got faster and faster all weekend, but didn't set any records. Did manage to finish 5th overall, thanks to some help from one of my teammates. We won't go into that right now. There's the team. From right to left is Vince in red car, number 10, myself in number 4, the Martini Livery, and number 9, the silver and gray car of Daryl's.
Here's the start of the race on Saturday. Robert is in 8th. Here we go.
With native audio through the end of this lap.
Good and safe.
That was a strange start for Vinny. What was he doing?
I don't know, he pulled out.
It didn't look like he dropped the wheel off, did he?
No, he didn't. He just got out of it.
He got nervous.
She's the girl. Oh, okay.
He didn't want to bend it.
As the caption indicated, and you'll see here in just a second, Vince did drop a wheel, which caused him to lift, I think, and me to lift for sure, and allowed that little Star Mazda to get by me and lead me for the first lap. So it took a little while. Yeah, it wasn't much, just enough to make you hesitate. That's all it takes there. Other than that, it was a nice, clean, uneventful start. Only just dreading the rain clouds at the moment coming, as you can see that big shower off there in the distance. And kind of just settle in, letting the tires get heated up. This is my only second event in this car, and I'm still getting used to it. And, really like it. It's really fast, really capable, and quite comfortable. Gives a lot of feedback to the drivers out there. It really seems to tell me early on what it's about to do to me. We'll switch back to native audio for a minute. You're probably picking up on I'm showing the lap from the exterior spectator point of view, and then we're going back to in-car video for the same lap, so alternating back and forth. Do that for about 4 or 5 laps, and then that'll wrap it up, because the middle part of the race is pretty boring. We'll jump ahead quite a few laps there, so total is like 13 minutes, I think.
I've got mine in.
Come on, Robert. There you go. Robert got it.
You probably heard the crew talking about the little Star Mazda right there. I'm pressuring him pretty hard, and he gets a little squirrely right there. And then as we reach the top of the hill and turn down, it does so again. But he was driving just fine. He was just, but I've set up for this pass this time, coming out of turn 5, 6, and 7 here to pass him in turn 8 and 9, and so it's really not that difficult here. Quite a bit of difference in horsepower and speed here. So go by the Star Mazda, and this shows you here on the front straight, start at lap 3. I think it's going to show us that. I'll be behind the other Pro Formula Mazda. I'm not sure who's driving the green and white car, but Sean Pruitt is up in front of him. It will take me 4 or 5 laps to get past the first car here, but I never can quite get past Sean, at least not today.
Robert's looking good.
Yeah, he's coming up.
It hasn't been on a track.
Yeah, get him.
Since it's been on the dyno, so.
Once he gets comfortable, so he's driving.
He didn't even drive.
Get a practice run. This is the first time.
Robert's got a good run on 4 and 5.
I think it.
So as you see from the captions, I make about 3 or 4 attempts before I can finally pass the green and white car. And I think I said earlier this was Sean Pruitt, but it's not. I'm not really sure who it is. Sean is in another car in front of him. And as you can see here in the video, I do finally make it stick this time. I forgot we're going to stay with lap 6 here for a second. You'll see a little help from my friends, from my teammates up in turn 3 here in a minute. And then I think I said downdraft a while ago. I meant in the slipstream of the car in front of me here. And so that's what I'm trying to do now. As you can see, I close on Sean pretty quickly. Did that during the whole turn 8, 9, 1 through 4, 5 here. But 6, 7, and 8. Oh, there's my teammate. He was in front of me, and that's what I mean by help. Sorry about that, but we take it any way we can get it. Having a little editing problems here, so I might be repeating myself. I think I've mentioned we're going to jump ahead a couple laps here, as I basically just repeat catching up to Sean, but then not quite getting past him, because when I get out of the slipstream, I just hit a big air brake. So that's Sean still in front of me. You saw us pass the traffic, and you may notice we've jumped to lap 8. I think we'll jump to 9 and 10, and probably a few more after that, because it was pretty much the same scenario over and over. I would chase him down, get up right behind him, get close, pressure him a little, and then I just couldn't quite pull it off out in the stream. Yeah, here we've gone to lap 9 again in turn 3. Oh, I decided I'd try outside. That actually pressured him a little bit and let me get close, but again, once we get over here on turn, oops, I almost thought about going down in there, but I didn't. Once we got over close to this turn right here, then he was able to just pull away from me, and I could get close right behind him in turn 9. Almost ran him over there once or twice, but as soon as I would pull out of the slipstream, the air brakes were So we'll skip ahead all the way to the end of lap 14, the beginning of 15. This is my fastest lap of the weekend here, 122.6. It's pretty good. Still, like I've mentioned, we're on lap 15 now, and the same scenario's repeated itself over and over. So I'm going to have to figure something else out for tomorrow, and we'll see how that works out in tomorrow's video, the Sunday Race 2 video. So I remembered to shut up for the rest of that lap 15, my fastest lap. And repeating myself, probably every lap was a repeat, me closing in on him like I do here. I'm going to get really close to him this time. I think I'd throw my hand up. He didn't do anything wrong, just frustrated that I'm like right there and just not quite close enough to make a move. Not a safe one anyway. So white flag lap here, and one little bit of traffic I thought might give me one more shot at him, but probably not. And we got another race tomorrow. It's Sunday race, so enjoyed it. Also, you probably noticed the really dark clouds and the rain. It started about 15 minutes after we got out of the pits, out of the tech area after the race. So we just beat the rain. Count ourselves lucky and come back tomorrow. So these are my laps from my data logger, and the blue ones are my fastest sectors. If you add those together, it'd be a respectable 121.9. Should be able to get a bit faster than that, but thanks to Vince, I am on the podium and can't argue with that. Had a great weekend. I especially want to thank our crew chief Bob Morris and Frankie and Lenny, and of course my lovely wife who takes care of all the polishing. I'm in fact not allowed to touch the exterior of the car. Anyway, we had a great weekend. Look forward to Bud and Willow.